guess we should probably try to talk a little louder.
Yeah, is it on?
I'll try to talk a little loud.
We're rolling? Okay, it's recording. We're rolling.
All right, recording.
Here we are. All right, everybody. Real talk.
Loud, I'll be loud. Okay.
Yeah, we just have to be loud.
So, oh, there's my green salad.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Okay.
Here we are. We have Mickey Avalon, Simon Rex. Real talk. We're doing
Dirt Nasty.
Dirt Nasty
Yeah,
for this.
that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do that.
No, we could have kept that, but go ahead. From
Dirt Nasty, Mickey Avalon, Real Talk. We're doing an interview. We're in Portland and
P-Town,
yeah.
Hotel Jupiter, Burnside Avenue.
Burnside.
Okay.
So you lived in Portland for a while.
Yep, I lived at the St. Francis Hotel on 11th and Jefferson, right next door to Psycho Safeway, down the street from Vaseline Alley.
Vaseline Alley. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get prepared.
But it's good to be back. I kind of feel like the prodigal son. Like I wasn't born here or anything, but it's the only place away from home, from LA, that I lived for any substantial amount of time. And like my daughter spent her first 5 or 6 years in Oregon, first in Portland and then Eugene. So it's kind of like home away from home of sorts. And it's cool to like come back here with, like we got 2 shows sold out at Dante's. So coming back to something good is always cool.
Yeah, that was a crazy show last night.
Yeah, it was fun. Tonight will be even better because we're on tour right now. And last night was the only show he missed because he flew to New York to play. He got some like high-paying fancy gig. But tonight he'll be there, so it'll be like the full show. And Beardo, he's over there, camera. You'll see him later. Oh no, you don't need him. But we're on a tripod. But we'll get him after.
So, how many shows have you guys done on this tour so far? How many tours are you working on now? What's the future plans? You said you were putting something together.
Right now we played, like 12 shows?
Yeah, I think we're at like 12 or 13 right now out of I think we're doing 20 shows in 22 days or something like that.
20 shows, 22 days. We have our last day off the day after tomorrow. Then we go home. Then we got Hawaii in December.
Yep. And then we got, and then me and Beardo are doing a little tour with Andre Legacy, and then we go to Australia, all of us, New Zealand,
February, March, Australia, New Zealand.
Mickey's real big in New Zealand, in Australia. That's like
all of us.
Mickey leads the pack, and we're sort of right there behind him. And Mickey in Australia,
like
it's crazy. It's kind of like it's kind of like as crazy as it is here. We go to Australia, they love.
There's like a big surf contest, and we play at the same time as that. And then as far as you're saying for the future, basically like we're doing these tours now just to get out because it's been so long. Like the record label would rather like me wait till my record came out and then so there's something to promote, but it's been too long. We want to get out there. But basically we'll just drop our new records next year and then do a big, do the full tour, all of America. Like on the MySpace, people would be like, "Oh, come to Ohio, why don't you come here?" It's like we're gonna go everywhere. It just costs a fortune to get out there. And if the record label's not behind you, you gotta do it yourself. Which if you gotta do that, it's fine. It just takes a minute and you gotta line it all up. But once the record drops, we'll get all over America, go to Europe.
Yep.
He's working on his next record. Mine's almost done. And it should have been out yesterday, but it'll be out
It'll be just in time.
Yeah, everything seems.
We kind of never plan anything, and that's because we kind of just go day to day, and we don't. At least for me, it's still we don't know what's going on, but we just we started. This whole thing started in my spare bedroom for fun, and we never thought we'd be sitting here on tour, much as doing an interview in Portland with anyone. So it's kind of like we try not to make too many plans. We kind of just go with the flow, and it's just been it's been good to us, and we never had any idea that this would even be happening. So
since the shows are so fun, we want the records to hurry up and come out, but it's been okay because a lot of rappers don't really play shows and they're it's all in the studio, so if they don't have a record, it's really nothing to do. But the shows are big parties, and we put out a mixtape, which is now it's free.
Yep, free mixtape. 20 new songs.
20 cuts.
A lot of stuff that we made over the last few years that we couldn't really, just sell or release, or that maybe didn't make the album because it's like,
Stuff with samples.
Right. So we just gave it away for free for download on our MySpace page. You'll see banners. You just click it. It's like some really cool stuff. We got all these celebrities on it. We got Ron Artest, Kimbo Slice, Paris Hilton, Perez Hilton, Little John. Raekwon calls Mickey hip hop's Christ. We got Hank 3. We got like all these. We kind of tried to make the anti-mixtape. Like since we know all these people in Hollywood, we kind of pulled that card and like I'm calling like Adrian Brody and like all these kind of like actors and people to do drops to make it just sort of Hollywood, because that's sort of our vibe is the Hollywood thing. So we kind of made our mixtape embodying that like life,
Funny.
Yeah.
Beardo's got some songs on there. Andre Legacy, we got songs together.
Dyslexic songs.
Yeah.
So the crew is basically Mickey Avalon, Andre Legacy, Beardo, and me, Dirt Nasty. We're the dyslexic crew, and we all have songs and they're individual, mixed up, whatever, and it's hot. Like, I'm proud of it. Me and Mackie, our DJ, spent a lot of nights up late, like tweaking it, making it just right, and it came out good.
And then we actually printed up some hard copies too. We'll give you guys one.
Okay. So that's crazy. So how did you guys meet?
Shall I start that one off? I have a friend of mine named Ben who was incarcerated, and when he got out of jail, at one stint out of jail, he came to my house and said, "You got to meet my boys that rap because I'm a producer. I make beats." Turns out Mickey was in a rap group with my boy who was in prison back in high school.
But he was tone deaf.
He was tone deaf, so he could. That would actually been a good name for him. Tone deaf, like tone low, but tone deaf. Tone deaf. Anyway, so he introduced us, and he didn't want to meet me, and I didn't want to meet him. It was sort of a forced thing that my boy did.
He didn't want to find it, like, it wasn't that we didn't want to meet each other. It was just like, he's like, "Yo, you should meet my friend that raps." He's like, "Yeah, I want to meet
It's like being set up on a date. You don't want
to meet my friend who makes beats." I'm like, I ain't trying to make any songs or anything, so, but it happened anyway. Well, actually, Andre Legacy went over.
Andre Legacy came over,
Courtney.
right, with Courtney, and then Mickey had kind of heard what we had done, and then got on board, and we all became friends, and like started making music for fun. And I would actually burn the CDs. This is like, I would hand out the CDs that we'd make in my spare bedroom with a sock on a $10 mic, and I'd hand them out at nightclubs to like celebrities.
And I couldn't go out because I lived at a sober living.
He was at a sober living,
and I wasn't allowed to spend the nights out.
But he didn't want me to hand them.
And I didn't want, but I didn't know.
I didn't tell him. I just would hand the CDs out at clubs, literally to like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio or Paris Hilton, all these big celebrities.
Well, I'm at fucking.
Well, he's at a sober living, and they're like, "What's this? Simon and his boys rapping? Like, what is this?" And it eventually kind of got out there, and it fell into the hands of some people within the music industry and entertainment that gave us opportunities to do real venues and shows. And Mickey went from doing like, I remember the first show we did, he had his back to the audience looking at the ground, and then we did a show at the Hard Rock, and he was so nervous.
The first show
shaking.
was like sold out because I worked at a pizza shop and we'd give out the CD, so people already knew the words like before they came to shows. And his beats were sick, but what really got me over there is he freestyled. And so when Andre Legacy and our other friend went over there, and he's like playing beats, and they were like bringing like the written raps and stuff, and then he just grabbed the mic and was like, "I grabbed the mic like Phil Donahue or whatever." And we'll take it.
We'll take it.
And then that's when we realized, because I kind of wasn't really, wow, that looks great. I wasn't really rapping anymore, just because, not to say there's like a wrong or right way of doing it, but I just didn't really feel the whole like rap like serious deal. But I didn't really know how to fix it, so I just, rather than complain about it, I just kind of avoided the whole thing. Whoa. I'll take
Put that
it.
anywhere.
So,